Welcome back. Dr. Aaron Chadwick here, part of Your Nutrition Physicians. Today we're talking about poop and allergies. You're probably saying to yourself, what does my poop have to do with allergies? Let's talk about it. First of all, an allergy is an overreaction of your immune system to something that it shouldn't be reacted to. Specifically, it's a protein, and those proteins can be found in pollen in the air or grasses. Even things like cockroaches have proteins in them, and our bodies can overreact to them, causing allergic symptoms. You know, itchy skin, itchy runny eyes, nasal congestion, difficulty breathing, things like that. And sometimes, though, those allergies are also internally, and we'll talk about those too. But let's talk about the skin stuff first. So your skin is your first barrier. So let's say this is your skin here. You have your fingers and your skin on your arms. The skin on the arms and on the body protects us from these outside toxins. And the unfortunate reality is that we're exposed to about 85,000 different chemical toxins in our environment that the EPA is watching. So there's a lot of toxins around us. We don't have to be afraid of them, but they are there and they are part of allergies. So how can we protect ourselves and protect us from these chemical toxins in the air that we breathe, in the water that we drink, getting into our bodies? How can we slow that down? We want to make sure we have a healthy first barrier, a good skin. So how do we do that? Number one, you got to be careful of what you're using to clean your skin with. If you're using a soap on your skin, it needs to be pH balanced. pH balanced. pH balanced, the pH of the skin, healthy skin is 5.5. So it's acid. The skin is acid. It needs to be acid because it's the acid that breaks down a lot of these toxins that can settle on our skin. And it's the acid that also allows proper bacteria. Yes, we have bacteria on the outside of our skin. That's normal. That's healthy. But we don't want to have bad bacteria, but we want to have good bacteria. So how we have good bacteria is we want to have a balanced pH of the skin. So make sure your skin cleansers, your body washes, and things of that nature have a 5.5 pH. Let me just say this. Most of the common bar soaps you buy are very alkaline, and they strip the acid. It's called the acid mantle. It's the out part of your skin. That gets stripped off by soaps and by body washes if it's not pH balanced. So make sure you get a pH balanced body wash to keep your skin nice and healthy. Okay, so now let's go inside the body. So what causes allergies from the inside out? You can be reacting to foods or different chemicals in foods or different medications. And a true allergy, again, happens when the immune system is not balanced. So it's kind of like a teeter-totter, right? We want to have the teeter-totter nice and balanced, our immune system nice and balanced. So when a particular protein comes in our body, and let me just say that it's the proteins, the overreacting to the proteins that creates an allergy. So we have proteins and amino acids from proteins that we come from foods. So chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, beans, they have proteins. Those proteins have amino acids. If those proteins and amino acids are not digested properly, they will go down into your digestive system, your stomach, and in your intestines. So now here comes this protein down here. As it travels down the digestive tract, it's supposed to get smaller and smaller, broken down by enzymes and hydrochloric acid and bile. It breaks down these proteins. When those proteins are not digested correctly, they cause irritation on the lining of the wall of the intestines, and that causes inflammation. And now these big, large proteins were not broken down, get into your bloodstream. And then your immune system attacks that protein. That's what an allergy is. So you know people are sensitive to peanuts, and the most common ones are peanuts, soybeans, dairy products. Those cause a lot of problems with people and allergies because the body can't break them down in a lot of cases, and that's what causes that whole immune response. So the immune system is overreacting to the proteins in your body. So how do we reduce that? How do we get rid of that? Well, first of all, I would suggest if you have a very allergic or sensitive system, don't use dairy products. Get off of all cheese and off of all milk products. Watch out for other products that could be very sensitive to, like peanuts. Peanuts are very high in allergens. Actually, peanuts, the problem with peanuts is not the peanut itself, is there's toxins and mold on the peanuts that are allergens and that people react to those toxins, and that's what causes some severe problems. People have died from eating peanuts, from an anaphylactic shock, we call that. So we want to stay away from those peanuts and avoid dairy products at most of the time for these kind of allergies. Now, going back to your digestive system, if the digestive system is overwhelmed by all these proteins getting in, well, what do? How can we help? Well, we want to be able to take some enzymes. Digestive enzymes help to break down the proteins. So that's what we want. We want the proteins broken down smaller. That gets rid of allergies because then the immune system doesn't overreact to it. Now, a lot of times too, what happens is we have foods are a big problem, or I should say refined, over-processed foods are a big problem with allergies. So you got to be careful with eating a lot of packaged foods. Don't use microwavable foods. Don't use overly packaged foods or overly processed foods because they are in a state that the body has a hard time breaking them down. But so the proteins need to be broken down correctly. That will reduce the allergens in your body. Now, what we want to do is, as these proteins get in your intestinal system, they irritate the lining, like I told you, because they're too big, they got to be smaller. The enzymes will help you break them down. And what also happens is those proteins can irritate the lining, and what will happen is you'll make more mucus in your intestinal system. It's normal and healthy to have a thin layer of mucus in your intestinal wall. That's normal. But that mucus becomes excessive when there's irritation from the proteins not breaking down. So the enzymes can greatly help that. And as that mucus builds up here in your intestines, when you lie down at night, that mucus crawls up here and it goes into your bronchioles, into your lungs. We call that asthma. Or that mucus crawls up and goes up into the back of your throat. We call that post-nasal drip. Or that mucus goes up and it gets in the back of your sinuses. We say you have sinusitis or rhinitis. All that means is this inflammation from the excess mucus that started from your digestive system. I'm going to say this too. Most environmental allergies, things like hay fever and grasses, say, well, it's that time of the year that these are more prevalent. That is true, but the reason that these pollens and stuff stay in your body is because the mucus in your nasal passages is thick because of poor digestion. Let me say it like this. Poor digestion is the major cause of allergies, even environmental allergies. So if you fix your digestive system, you'll help your body reduce the possibility and the likelihood of having more allergies, or definitely at least reducing the severity of these allergies. Even things like animal bites or insect bites, like bee stings and stuff, that the reaction can be reduced when we take care of our digestive system. So we do that with good digestive enzymes. Number 2, there's a phenomenal herb in Chinese medicine. It's called astragalus. Maybe you heard of it. If you haven't, look it up. Astragalus, the Chinese name is huang qi. Huang qi or astragalus is in a formula called jade windscreen, a very famous Chinese herbal formula that helps to regulate the teeter-totter of your immune system. So when part of the immune system is weak, that's why the other part is overexpressing itself. So the jade windscreen and the astragalus that's in there and the other herbs help to balance out your immune system. So by taking jade windscreen every day, you'll start to notice that you have less and less allergy symptoms. Everything from food allergies and to environmental allergies. So I highly recommend jade windscreen. And jade windscreen is phenomenal because it also helps with reducing your likelihood of getting colds and flus. Another benefit there, and it's very inexpensive. So jade windscreen is a great thing for allergies. Number 3, vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, it's been a lot. You probably heard about vitamin D and the importance of it. Yes, it's actually a hormone. It's more than a vitamin. It's very powerful and very important. But like I said, and I'm actually writing a book and it's coming out, and almost every chapter in my book, I'm saying at the end of it, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Not too much vitamin D, but the right amount. So we need about 50 to 60 milligrams per deciliter in your blood. So a simple blood test, you go to your doctor and say, doctor, I've heard about vitamin D and allergies. Please check my blood, check the vitamin D levels, and if it's between 50 and 60, you're in a good place. We don't want to go above 60, we want to go below 50. So if you are, the way that we tell you, how do you know how much to use of vitamin D? It's not a one-size-fits-all. Nothing in life is like that. So what we do is, with the vitamin D, for every 1,000 units of vitamin D that you take, so every 1,000 units you take in a pill form, you'll raise your blood levels by 5. So let's say, for example, you have your vitamin D level is 25. We want to get to 50. So 50 minus 25 is 25, so you need to raise it by 25. So you're going to take 5,000 units of vitamin D per day, or whatever numbers you have. You want to get to 50 by knowing that every 1,000 units of vitamin D you take in a capsule form will raise your blood levels by 5. Okay, this is Dr. Aaron Chadwick, part of Your Nutrition Physicians. In the comment box below, there's going to be a link that's linking to our question and answer webinar we're having every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Click on the link. From 7 to about 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing a free question and answer period. You can ask us questions there, and it's going to be for everyone. So please tell your family, tell your friends. Please like this video and share it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. And just remember that nutrition has answers, all right? God bless you guys. I'm just about out of time. We'll see you next time. Take care and stay healthy.